my shorts and run. I always wear jorts. I have a list that snorts. A weak heart, but it supports a love that never bores. It's time to love. It's time to unwilling. Cringe ain't sure of. Sad scrolls in my mind. Into the stargate, see the lights twirl. The universe senses Mikey world. Stop the podcast, hear the rocks swirl. The universe is now Mikey world. Mikey's world. Mikey world. Let's go on a ride to the unknown side, a magical place where nostalgia hides. We love the 80s toys, the movies, kick-ass boys. The 90s were joy, like a childhood toy. Some call me a cell, but I feel like the Lord. And Nemo in the void, living life avoid. It's time to love. It's time to unwin. Cringe and cure. Sex white girls in my mind. Enter the stargate, see the lights twirl. The universe and tide is my swirl. Dark the podcast, hear lights swirl. The universe is now Mikey's world. The evening has begun. It's time for retro fun. She's Rogers in a bun. I salute my shirts and run. I always wear jorts. I have a list that snorts. A weak heart, but it supports a love that never aborts. It's time to love. It's time to unwin. Cringe and cure. Sex white girls in my mind. Enter the stargate, see the lights twirl. The universe and tide is my swirl. Start the podcast, hear me like swirl. The universe is now Mikey's world. Mikey's world. Mikey's world.
What the hell is up, my beautiful people? Good, what is it, Wednesday evening? I just finished doing a podcast, a paid podcast appearance. So I just felt like getting online and hanging out with you guys because I haven't done it for a minute. And I just wanted to say hello and say thank you. Talk about whatever. We got football coming up. And I missed you guys and gals and aliens. What's going on? Thank you guys for chiming in late at night. Probably 11 midnight around a lot of people's times. So we got Larry. Always, he was in the show earlier, I believe, that I did the paid podcast appearance for with the nice podcast, Stupid People. Appreciate you. Where the heck do I have my links that I normally say, hey, if you want to hook a brother up, click on it. I think I'm in a different profile this time. All right, whatever. I think I'm on a different profile, but it's all good. Oh, here we go. I found it. There you go. I'll leave that up for a little while. I'm the master of beef. And I'm not talking about internet beef. I'm the master of beef. But Larry, what's up? Got live broadcaster here. Appreciate you, brother. Celtic Foulier. Dominique is here. Presley's here. Man, I recognize your names. What y'all doing? What's going on in your world? It's hot out here, boy. It is air conditioner. I don't know if it wants to work. I don't know if it's working. That's why I got my Voltron shirt. I ruined my Voltron shirt in laundry like a week or two ago. It just got all cut up in the laundry. So I decided to cut it all up and make it into I don't know what they call it, like a vest. So there it is. You got my Voltron shirt. I got it all cut up. See if it goes a little bit lower on me. Oh, and now I'm full screen. That's a little scary. Sorry about the graphics, but I decided to use their little photograph function to pretend I live in a house that looks this good, that I can afford it. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what y'all doing. Are y'all in bed? You watching me from the phone? What's going on? What type of entertainment shall I give you today? Please do me a favor, though. Hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of this channel to support your boy if I truly earned it, and I appreciate it. I have donation portals on screen, in the description, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I can't thank y'all enough. I definitely need the support, though, because this is my job. This is my job now, and I'm not even taking it seriously. I've been having some major health issues. My surgery got postponed because my Medi-Cal insurance elapsed, and it's getting renewed. Oh, you know what? I haven't checked it the last day or two, but I'm sure it'll get back put. But they're going to postpone it till October. And I started new medications, y'all, yesterday. I don't know the names of all of them. Zoloft is one for anxiety, depressions, and all that other stuff. I went back on metformin for the diabetes too, to try to get some energy and stuff. And then there's a blood pressure medication. Can't remember the name of it, but it made me loopy AF. It made me loopy AF, y'all. I was kind of acting like I was drunk last night. But I had a good night's sleep, and I woke up this morning. I literally woke up at a healthy hour, and I had energy for the first time in a while, and I got a few things done. And then by 1 o'clock, my body said, F you, go to bed, lie down, take a nap, do whatever you got to do. Because I had a podcast at 5 o'clock my time. So I lied down and I took like a 3-hour nap. And that saved me. So that's what I've been going through. Trying new medication, or trying medications for the first time to see if they'll help me with my anxiety, my fears, my blood pressure, my cholesterol, my diabetes. And at the same time, and I'm not going to complain much more, but I guess the beginning of this video is to complain about life. But I have psoriasis. It's been acting up really badly. I have tinnitus. My ear is constantly ringing, and I got pain and all that. It's like it feels like something. I'm always infected with a virus or something, where I feel like I have a cold or a this or that every day of my life. But today was a better day, except for the part where I had to take a nap. But I'm alive. I'm here. As you guys can see, I cut my hair. I told you guys I have that ritual where I cut my hair. I don't know why. I just feel better. Just feel better. Oh, my armpits. You guys got to see my ugly body. My varicose veins look like a pig. I don't know if my armpits are not very hairy, but whatever. It is what it is. This is me to a T. You can see a little bit of my fat. A lot of my fat, whatever. I don't care. This is who I am. But I am Voltron. I am the master of beef. Presley said, "What podcast was I on?" Well, it was called The Nice Podcast Stupid. It was by a guy named Dan. I did it a while ago, and they're affiliated with the Dabbleverse, probably 50, 60% of the time. But I've got to know the guy Dan a little bit offline, and he's a very kind-hearted person, and he's now in a fantasy football league that we're both in, and so we decided to do a football show talking about Raiders because he's a Patriots fan. I'm a Raider fan. The Patriots play the Raiders in week 1, and we also are playing each other in week 1 of our fantasy football matchup in that league we're in. So we did a show talking about football and stuff like that, and he supports me, and he gives me some money, which is really, really appreciated because I need it. So you got to respect people like that. Was it a little controversial? I told some stories I probably shouldn't have. Revealed too much like I always do. I was a lolcow a little bit on the podcast, but it's okay. So it's called Nice Podcast Stupid. You can find it on YouTube. You guys can watch the replay. But I had an okay time, so I'm happy with it. Larry said, I was there briefly. I'm not big into football. I'm sure you talked about more stuff, though. Hope I didn't miss much. Yeah, Larry, you're going to want to watch it. You'll see where we talk about different things than football. You'll see it. It was funny at times. I had a good time. I felt a little bit strong today, like not worried about the trolls or the idiots or the comments. I felt a little bit stronger today, maybe because of the medicine. I don't know, but I was just like, fuck it. Tell some stories, try to have a good time, and not worry about what people are going to do against me. Shaving your head takes a load off your mind. That's funny. It does. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just have that thing. I just need to recharge and re-clean my body and my brain, and I cut my hair a lot. I'm sort of like a robot, or I have some sort of mental stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Hey, Brent Mania's here. What's up, Brent? I know it's late where you're at. Forgive me. I wish you well, Brent. Good to see you, man. Love you so much. Hopefully you're healing up, brother. Appreciate that. Brent's like, rise above the hate, baby. Rise above the hate. Tune, is that you, DH? I'm a little confused because DH is the one that hooked me up with the laptop. I mean, Tune. But if that's you, thank you so much, man. You're one of the blessed gifts in my life. Oh, it is Dana. There you go. But I didn't get gifted by Dana. I'm a little confused. My laptop was gifted from somebody else named Toons and a manly name. Or maybe I'm getting them confused. I don't know what's going on. Other than that, good to see you, Dana. I don't know. Why am I confused? I don't remember a girl giving me a laptop. I'm blanking. Oh, this medicine that I'm on, it messes with my brain. I'm having trouble thinking a little bit more than normal. Like I was trying to tell stories on the podcast before, and I couldn't remember like some of my friends' names and stuff like that. It took me a minute. So it's definitely clouding or doing something to my brain, inhibiting me. What's it called? It's called Zoloft. Yeah, Zoloft. He wanted me to do a Paxil, but I think it's Zoloft. Yeah. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, no, I know you're the one that emailed me. Yeah, I got your emails about Dark Angel and everything, and I used the pictures that you sent me. I made a post about it today because it brought back memories. Those are actually my photos that I took with my camera, But when you sent them to me, it made me say, you know what? Make a Twitter or an Instagram post and share your memories of working on that show. So thank you, Dana. It's because of you that I did that I made that post today because of your emails. So God bless you. And I appreciate you so much. And I think you had an avatar. You had a tattoo in the avatar picture. Um, yeah. So I'm assuming you're a woman. I really don't know. You can't tell from emails or Instagrams, but what's the tattoo of? Yeah, Toons was the guy that hooked me up. I mean, I know his real name. I just don't want to say it online. But yeah, no, Dana's saying she's on her laptop because I think she was having phone issues. What's up, Joshua Marrow? Joshua Marrow, good to see you. Blocked party. Let's have a block party. You know what? We're going to hang out and chat tonight. So if you feel like giving me super chats, I'd appreciate it. But let's hang out and chat tonight because I don't have any stories that I know of offhand. I just decided to continue my nice day of live streaming because I haven't been online live streaming for a while. I know it's late at night for people, but I was just like, just do it, man. Just get online, say hello, tell some stories, get some questions, talk to the amazing people out there. Because football is back, baby. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Um, One of the best things in my life, fantasy football, watching football, Sunday, red zone, all that other stuff, man. I appreciate it. Cheers, Mike. Hope you're well. Well, thank you, Dana. We got Stuttering John online, or his fingernails, should I say. Raider Nation for life. Uh, uh, what's up, MK Charlotte? Hey, Mike, the medication will make things easier. You will enjoy your hobbies more. I'm already having a better day mentally today, feeling a little bit of strength. Um, but my body did break down and I felt really loopy yesterday. And I'm starting to feel a little loopy right now, like I'm kind of drunk, but I'm not. Um, but hey, let's see where this goes. I actually feel like I'm slow when I'm talking, kind of how I felt when I had a mini stroke last year at this time. Wow, I didn't want to think about that. But last year at this time when I did this convention thing in Philadelphia, I, after a long day of work, I was talking like this. And the doctors think I had like a third mini stroke at that time. So I feel a little bit like I'm talking like that, but not quite likely. Thank you, MK. Mike, do you have a Voltron stored away? Nah, man. You know what, dude? Okay, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So my dad, he really didn't have a lot of money. Um, so I wanted Transformers, right? And we had a Kmart across the street from our house. That was a store that sold toys. And like the Transformers, whichever ones, they were like $4, $5 or something like that. $3, $4, $5. But the GoBots were like 99 cents or $1.50. So my dad didn't know the difference. And my dad's like, Transformers, what do you want? So he bought me like GoBots. And I was okay with it because I did watch the GoBot cartoon. But then when I finally started taking cans to recycling and I started making my own money with recycling and picking up pieces of metal, I went and I was able to buy certain things myself. And of course, my dad bought me Transformers once he realized that's what I wanted. But with Voltron, I couldn't afford the whole Voltron set with all the lions. So the first set I got was of the cars. It was like the Voltron Japanese cars. Then my dad or somebody got me a green lion for my birthday. One of my birthdays, I got a green lion. I was like, hell yeah, I got a green lion. And it was like made of metal and it had like the chrome. It was awesome, dude, right? And it shot the head and it had, I loved it. I loved it. And then I think I bought a black lion, or I got a black lion somehow around that time as well. Then I got a yellow lion, but I never completed the Voltron. Never did. Never happened. But I do remember buying little versions of it, like in plastic. There was like a mini version or something, and I got those. Then maybe 20 years later, they came out with an all die cast 2.0 version of it, like an anniversary edition. Man, I should look that up. Let me see if I can get that on screen, man, because I want to see it again. But they had a Voltron anniversary edition. And I wanted it. I don't know when it came out. 40th anniversary, and it was like $200 or something at the time. Let me see if I can get any of this on screen. Hold on, give me a second. I'm not the best producer, so forgive me. Okay, now how do I get this on screen? I got to click the plus button. Share the screen. Do I want to share the window or the tab? I want to share the tab. I don't want to share audio now. All right, I think this will come on. Whoops, I think I messed up. Sorry, guys, my screen just did something weird. We were talking about I don't know what we were talking about. Sorry, I'll get to your comments in a second. But this was the Voltron 20th anniversary edition that came out. And look, it's like $600 now, $500. But I believe this was the edition. I think it was the 40th, not the 50th, the one that I was trying to buy. Let me write 40th anniversary edition, Voltron. I didn't know they had different ones. I think it was the 40th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was it, the one that I wanted. The 40th anniversary edition. And it was all die-cast metal as well. And my goodness, can I get it on a big screen? I'm pretty sure this is it. I'd have to look back at my records, but there it is. Oh, I have to put that on screen. Duh. I have to put a different screen. Great. No, I want to do that one. There we go. Damn it. I keep pressing the wrong button. So there it is. That's the one that I really, really wanted to complete the collection. So there it is. That is freaking fantastic, y'all. Like, oh my God, the image of that dude is just spectacular in my head. Just spectacular. Oh, let's get it on the bigger screen again. I want that on the bigger screen. That looks awesome. Did you guys ever have one? But man, there it is. Dude, that was the first line I got, that green one. So that is the left arm. So I had the left arm of Voltron. Then I bought the black one. I remember I got the black one because I was trying to complete it. Then I believe I got the yellow one. And then I got the red one. And I never got the blue. I never got the blue. That's crazy. I always get blue balls. Bump. But no, I never got the blue one. That's crazy. Oh, man. I wish I had money. You guys want to buy me a Voltron? No, I need to pay my rent. That's more important. All right, let's check out your comments. Get it off screen. We don't need it on screen for now. Hit the like button. All right, where were we? Let me try to see if I can catch up. No tattoo. I'll check email. I thought I saw a tattoo on the back of the avatar. I'm not really sure. Yo, Mikey, going to any games this year for the Raiders? No. I don't think so unless I get a ticket, somebody drives me there, and I'm healthy. I just can't afford it, unfortunately. Oh, that was the question I answered. Do I have a Voltron stored away? No, I do not. I don't have anything at the moment. Yeah, you sent photos from the Carnivale show that I need to watch. And thank you for saying I have a nice tea. I cut it all up because it got messed up in the laundry. Your body will get used to the meds. That's what I don't want to, though. You get it, then you start to rely on it. I put my Bleak Zeke sticker on my Switch game case. There you go. That's awesome. I have 16 physical games. Yeah, isn't that a travesty what they're doing nowadays? What did the conspiracy say? You will own nothing and be happy? You will own nothing and be happy. Ain't that the fucking truth, man? That is so ridiculous. And not into getting into conspiracy topics, but like what Trump is doing now with the National Guard, like I said, they're testing martial law. Something's gonna happen soon. They're putting National Guard in multiple states little by little to get us used to having military around us, military control. Oh my goodness, man. Did I ever watch GoBotch? Yeah, they copied GoBotch. I think Transformers was out before GoBotch. Why is my nose itching? I think Transformers was out before GoBotch, Brent. Like in Japanese or Chinese animation or whatever. Ah, what's up, Psych? Good to see you, brother. I haven't sent you a FanDuel email, dude. I haven't created a league yet there. I'm sorry. And I had no open roster spots on any of my other league Psych. But thank you for always supporting, dude, and coming online. GoBots were great. Hit the like button. Beast Wars. Dude, Beast Wars was a fantastic cartoon. Fantastic. I ain't gonna lie, dude. That was one that I finally got into it and I wanted to watch it every week. I still haven't even watched the movie. I gave up on the Transformers movies after part 3. I just gave up on them. So unfortunately, I haven't watched any of the new ones, even the Beast Wars one. Make the Raiders great again, said Ross. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. You never watched Voltron, Brent? Dude, it's a great story. It's like these kids and these little mice, and they have keys to these lions that protect the city, and they live in a castle, and then the mouse steals the keys, and they got to get the mouse to the lions to protect the castle, and they come from underwater, and then they become the Voltron lion to protect. It's great. It's freaking great. I had the late 80s version of Voltron. Beast Wars was epic. You going for the wild card this year? Brock Bowers is the boss. I drafted Brock Bowers in my league of record. I drafted Brock Bowers in my league of record. My expensive ass Hollywood hardcore league that we just did the draft on Sunday. I drafted Brock Bowers in the second or the first pick of the third round or the second round. I am so proud of my team in that league, dude. So, yes, I'm happy with that. I'll buy that for a dollar. Not just our country, they're invading in Venezuela. Oh, yeah, they shot down a boat or something recently. I really haven't watched the story, but it's getting intense. Sorry. Oh, yeah, Avatar is old. Henna tattoo. Oh, yeah, the Avatar is old. Haha, it's a henna tattoo. I got you. But it looked nice on you. It looked really nice on you, Dana. Brent Mania, digital games and digital media are not my thing. I want to own my movies physically. That's what I'm saying. We don't own physical media anymore. They're making everything streaming. So I understand the collectors now. For a while, I was like, why? You spend so much money. You know, you could just watch it on streaming. And I collect movies digitally as well on hard drives. But the more I think about it, man, the media is being censored. They're cutting out scenes. They're doing a bunch of different things. And a lot of things are being lost. And I don't want that to happen. there's so much media and content that is now going to be lost forever if it's not for collectors and physical media. Oh, we got Doom's here. Doom, what up, Bauer? What up, Doom? You continuing making people famous? Doom makes people famous in a bad way. I know he's going to clip that for his intros. He's got classic intros. But, man, I got to stay away from that Dabbleverse, Doom. It's not good for my health, man. It's not good for my health. But do you. And I hope you're all healthy and well, honestly. I do. I don't want evil on anybody that even is evil toward me. Not that I'm saying you are, Doom, but I don't wish evil on anybody. Can you tell us a little bit about seaQuest? Yeah, we were talking about that in emails. It said online that the series was really popular back then. They said the show was popular with younger folks. No spoilers, please. Just started season 1. Well, from what I know about seaQuest, again, I told you the story a little bit. I used to hang out with Jonathan Brandish, rest in peace, as he was Lucas on seaQuest, and he was like in charge of a dolphin that had sensory capabilities and stuff like that. The show was really popular. It made Jonathan Brandish into like a teenage icon right at that moment. That was right before Leonardo became famous. And I would hang out with Jonathan on the set of seaQuest on at least 4 occasions in season 1. They moved to Florida in season 2. So I was like, sorry, Jonathan, we weren't able to hang out and do whatever because they moved it to Florida to save money or to be close to water officially. But I would hang out on the set of seaQuest, and that was really cool. Then it started airing, and it was real popular. So I went to the set a couple of times, and man, there was like fans camped out like outside of Universal Studios with signs because they knew it was filmed on one of the adjacent studios right by the gate on Lancashire by Universal Studios. And they had fans out there with signs and stuff trying to meet the actors while they're driving in. And it was really cool, man. I got to meet, I forgot the actor's name. My brain is blanking for some reason today with a lot of people. But the guy that was in Jaws, that's in seaQuest, the captain, I met him, and I met a couple of the other actors. And then I hung out with Jonathan mainly on the set where the dolphin was in a tube, right? There was like this plastic tube, and it had like a transparency to it. And they had like this plastic dolphin that just went back and forth, back and forth. It was weird. They had like a little loop, and this plastic dolphin would just go back and forth with this stuff on its head. And I hung out there a little bit, and I watched some of it get filmed. But I'm not going to talk to you about any spoilers or whatever. It's a fun show. Season 2 got worse than season 1. It was all over the place story-wise. They didn't really have a direction after season 1. I think they lost the showrunners. And stuff like that. So the direction went a little bit wild for me. But it was kind of cool. They had like a clone character. A DeVito, one of the DeVitos. I forgot his name. Something DeVito. But he was like a clone character. It was interesting. I'll check Voltron tomorrow. Well, today, now it's after midnight. Happy midnight, baby. We are booty calls for each other. I'll tell you my fantasy football lineup, Mike. I'll do that. No doubt. You know what? I might as well do it right now while I'm looking at your comments. And please, not to try to be an asshat, but if you got a couple of bucks in Super Chat, I'd appreciate it because that helps me to find or do what you ask me to do, if you know what I'm saying. But trust me, you don't owe me anything. I owe you guys more respect because y'all have saved my life on numerous occasions. Let me look at my fantasy football lineup. Do you want my league of record, the big league, $500 to play? I think that's probably the one you want. So let me how do I find the? Okay, so I got to go to image file. Then I got to find it. And Doom, do you ever sleep? My goodness. You watch every show, you get every clip. You're insane, brother. You're not human, Doom. You're not human. All right, there's my fantasy football. Let me go to my league of record. Oh, we took a picture from the barbecue hangout. Yeah, let me show that picture just because I'm very, very respectful and I'm appreciative. So there's a pic from my fantasy football league. Um, some of the people were missing. There are a couple of more famous people, personalities that were actually missing, but they did it on Zoom or whatever. They did it like we had a camera on a Zoom, and they were making their pics from the screen. But I love these people, and yeah, what a great day. Uh, let me find my lineup. Appreciate you guys for bearing with me. And I don't. Will I be able to zoom in? Oh no, I won't. I won't. So I have to open it up through another program to zoom in. All right, give me a second, guys. Because you can't zoom in once you put it in this program. You have to do it like with another program to zoom. Not to doom, to zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Vroom, 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 and a zoom, zoom. Just shake your rump. All I want to do is zoom, a zoom, 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 and a vroom, vroom. Just shake your rump. All right, let me open it in another program. Whoops. All right, I'll open it in that program. Then I will see if I can get it on screen. Everybody, please bear with me. Now what do? Do I share the screen, or how do I do this? Okay, so I click on window. Okay, so there it is. I click on window, share the window. Then where is it? Okay, how do I add it to the screen? Is it not there? Okay, so there it is. Okay, where am I? Okay, there I am. All right, so I had the first pick in the draft. Let me see if I could zoom in. So I had the first pick in the draft. I got it in a race we did a week earlier, like an online race. So here's my picks. Oh, I went to the wrong picture again. I'm sorry, everybody. I can't mesh with it too. How do I like zoom into that one specific area without it doing whatever it did? Okay, there's my team name. I'm on the left. I'm the first screen. I think you guys can see it. Let me know if you can. Maybe I can make it bigger. So I had the first pick in the draft. I didn't like that pick when I got it. But I went with Ja'Marr Chase. That's the best pick. And then as it came around, I went with Brock Bowers in the second round. And already Josh Allen was taken in the second round, as you could see. So I knew that I had to go quarterback. And I wanted to take Joe Burrow in the fourth round with a stack. But I knew that since somebody took Josh Allen in the second round, that the quarterbacks were going to be starting to be taken. And by the time it came all the way around 20 picks later, I would not get Joe Burrow to stack him with Ja'Marr Chase. So I said, screw it. I might as well get the MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson. So I got Lamar Jackson. And then the next one was a quarterback. And of course, Joe Burrow was gone by the time it came back around to me. Then I needed running backs, but I started out with 3 amazing picks in my mind. I might have taken Brock Bowers a little too early, but I think a tight end. No, I started the tight end off, and I figured I might as well take a guy with my name, Bauer, in my league of record, and being a Raider fan. I had to do it. I had to do it. But I kind of believe in Trey McBride a little bit more, but I had to do Brock Bowers this year. And then I went with James Conner because I needed running backs, and almost all the running backs were gone. Look at the first picks. Almost all of them were running backs. They were all gone. So I had to go with James Conner. Then it came back around, or then I had the next pick, and I went with the rookie from the Patriots who were playing this week. I went with Travion Henderson. I went with Ricky Pearsall to lock down the wide receiver spot. Then I went Jalen Warren. I got a starting running back in the 7th round. Then I went Debo with Jaden Daniels. I think might be a good combination. Then I doubled down on tight ends. Why? Because I'm a little bit nervous about Brock Bowers. But I also had Lamar Jackson. And Mark Andrews is Lamar Jackson's tight end. And if anything happens to Brock Bowers, I could probably use a double tight end set. So I got Mark Andrews to do the stack with Lamar Jackson. Then I also stacked Rashad Bateman with Lamar Jackson. Then I went for the upside in Jaden Blue, the running back for the Dallas Cowboys. Then I went Tajay Spears, a running back that's will come back in 4 weeks off of IR. So I put him in the IR spot. Then I picked up Romeo Doubs. And then in replacement for Tajay Spears, because I put him in the IR spot, because he could be a starting running back by the end of the season, I replaced him with Cam Ward, the quarterback. So I added another quarterback to my roster in Cam Ward. And then are my defensive picks here? Yeah. My defensive picks are the Minnesota Vikings. Then I went with Cincinnati Bengals kicker L. McPherson. And the NFL application, after we put all our lineups in, it gave me an A. Let me see if I can bring that up, and then we'll stop talking about football because I want to talk about some other things. But let me show you the grade that the NFL app gave me. I hope I have it here. Yeah, in that draft. So the NFL app gave me this grade for that team. Let's go. Let's go. And my name is Captain EO, y'all. Captain EO. That's my league of record. So despite reaching for a few early rounders, Captain EO should be poised for a championship run. And I've won this championship 4 times in the league. We've been going 16 years. I've won it 4 times. I've went to 7 championship games, and I've only missed the playoffs 3 times. So I'm the Tom Brady of this fucking bitch, of this league. Landing the first pick in the draft doesn't always lead to a title, but in this case, there's a reason for optimism. Captain EO, that's my team name. Don't you love it? Captain EO converted their number 1 overall selection into this year's top draft. They wanted balance early, adding a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and a tight end in their first 4 picks. As the draft concluded, Captain EO ended up with the highest scoring pair of tight ends in the league in Brock Bowers and Mark Andrews from last year. I got the top 2 scoring tight ends from last year. Again, will Mark Andrews replicate it? I doubt it. Will Brock Bowers replicate it? I doubt it. But still, I got upside. Mark Andrews may have been a steal in the 9th round with an overall pick of 97th compared to an ADP average draft position of 56, basically. Scoffing at traditional fantasy strategy, Captain EO neglected to select a running back in the draft's first 3 rounds. That's why I had to go upside and crazy players. Other NFL.com drafters felt that choosing Ricky Pearsall in the 6th round was somewhat of a stretch. 72nd overall versus an average draft position of 114. Well, computer, I drafted Ricky Pearsall early because what wide receivers does San Francisco have? None. They got Juwan Jennings, who at the time of drafting was technically injured. And they had Ricky Pearsall coming off an injury. They got rid of Deebo Samuel. That's all they had. They have Christian McCaffrey and Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings now. So I think I did okay. He has a lot of potential and a lot of upside. So I took my guy. Whether I had to reach or not, I took my fucking guy. And that's what you got to do. You got to take your guy. Yeah, we lost a lot of people once I started talking about football. We lost like 10 people. They're like, I'm out of here. He ain't going to create controversy. He ain't going to talk shit about people in the Dabbleverse. I'm out of here. Impact Wrestling is my favorite wrestling, popular among fans. Yeah, in the first place you're going. Yeah, and first place you're going to get number 5. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hey, Dr. Chow's here. What's up, Chow? Good to see you, brother. Hey, did you see my lineup? I just showed it a couple minutes ago. I have a bunch of lineups. I have like 7 different leagues that I'm in. And I just did a podcast with Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid. He hooked me up with some money. I appreciate that. We talked about Raiders, Patriots. That was a fun show. I dabbled into the Dabbleverse bullshit a little bit. I probably told too many stories on that show. You can go watch that, Chow, if you haven't. Nice Podcast Stupid. But yeah, are you in fantasy football leagues, Chow? Do you gamble? I can only afford a couple of bucks every week on like parlays and stuff. And I try to win the big money. Like I put down 3, 4, if I have it, $5, and I pick like 8 things to happen with fantasy players. And then for a $5 bet, sometimes you could win 700. Sometimes you could win 800. Sometimes you could win 1,000, depending on the odds. So it's going to be a fun time, man. I'm really happy that football came around, especially with the way I've been dealing with mentally recently due to a lot of stuff. Thank you. Yeah, you got to risk it for the biscuit, and Ricky will be good. I think he will be. He had a hell of an ending to last season, dude. I ain't risking anything for a biscuit, maybe for a pie. I love fucking pie. Oh, my God, I love pie. I love putty pie. I love pie. I love pie. Nah, no leagues this year. Oh, really? Dude, you need some fun in your life, brother. Do it. I know you're busy, but I know you like sports, man. I know you like baseball, too. Do it, man. Just have some fun, dude. Yay, Michael, talk about the animated Evolution cartoon. Well, I went for a photo session or whatever, a scanning, and they were going to make action figures for the movie and for the cartoon. And then I don't know what happened, but there was a contract with my agent, and the animated series was not in my original contract for the movie, but they were placing our characters in the animated show, and we got told that we're going to be in the animated show. We need to do a fitting for the toys or a scanning. So we went and did that. And then that was the last I heard about it. We got paid for that session. There was supposed to be a contract that came out and whatever. And then I don't know what happened after that. Then the movie was released before the animated cartoon. The original idea was to release the animated cartoon before the movie so kids can watch the cartoon. Then the movie will come out. But they rushed the movie, and then the movie tanked. Then they released the cartoon, and then our characters were like skinny. They were only in 1 or 2 episodes, and they were not like us. And I saw the prototype for the toys that they were working on the computer and stuff like that. and it never came out, to my knowledge. Or did they make a Danny and Zeke Donald toy? I don't know. I got to look that up. I haven't done that. So we're not really a part of the animated cartoon. Um, I don't know, but you know what? I should buy some of the figures just to have them for my collection because I was in the movie. I should do that. If any of you guys want to gift that to me, let me know. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. um, Dr. Chow said, just like watching the games. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. You're a Viking fan. You're hyped for Monday Night Football. Yeah, who you guys playing? Packers? Is it Packers? Is it Packers? Ari Emanuel is friends with Vinnie Mac. Oh, that's Entourage. Mike, why are you holding out? Tell us a story about about you last night at the Whiskey A Go Go, making out with Bunny Two Guns. Come on, spill the tea. I don't even know what that is, but I do know the guy that runs the Whiskey A Go Go. Good friend of mine. I've been there many times. Who is Bunny Two Guns? I don't know who that is. Um, I wish I was making out with Bunny Two Guns. um, I am friends with this girl. She's like I guess technically she's like a porn star from a few years back. Her name is Necro Nikki, Necronicki, Necro Nikki. But we're like friends on Facebook now, and she's a really cool chick. And she's been in our chat room a couple of times. You guys can check her out. I think she's on OnlyFans or something. You guys can check her out, hook her up. But here's one story about the Whiskey A Go Go. So I went one time to that friend that runs it, and he invited me in. He's like, Mike, oh, dude, you got free tickets? Go in. I'll give you like tickets to the bar or whatever. I don't really drink, but he's like, I do it every once in a while. But like, he's like, I'll give you tickets to the bar. And then he's like, go in. Yeah, have yourself a good time, man. Proud to have you here. And then so I walk in, and it was like metal night. It was death metal night or something like death metal bands or whatever. So I walk in there, and then I kid you not, like 5 minutes later, I walk back out. Then my friend, he's at the booth, because he's running the joint, like the manager and stuff. And he goes, Mike, what happened? Is everything okay? I go, yeah, man, I had to get out of there. I just had to get out of there. I got to leave. He's like, why? I go, I'm tired of being yelled at. Death metal bands. Hey! What are you gonna do? That ain't music. Not to me. Tired of getting yelled at. I'm out of here. I didn't come here to get yelled at, especially by the band. You thought. No, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, that's right. Efren let me know what happened officially. I didn't really watch all the episodes, but I did try to watch it to see if they had us. Because if they did, it might have been a contract issue because we weren't getting any paid for an animated cartoon. So I think they were thinking about putting us in the animation. That's why we did a scanning for the Toyz. And there was talk that we were going to get a contract for the animated cartoon or something. But I think they thought about it and they're like, no, we can just put different characters. Because originally when I auditioned for the movie, they wanted stoner type characters. Instead of maybe fat characters like we were. So maybe that's what they went with the cartoon. I think I watched an episode and I watched it for 10 seconds. So they figured they can get different characters. It wouldn't cost them a lot of money or whatever the case might have been. So that's what they did. But I remember doing voices, dude. I remember going into a voiceover session And I thought I was in the cartoon. Maybe at one point I was, maybe I wasn't, maybe I'm a cameo in it, but I did a voiceover. I did a voiceover session, not only for the movie, for ADR, and for, I believe it was the animated thing. There was a separate contract that day when I went to the studio. That's right. There was a separate contract for like a couple $1,000s. I remember that for that voiceover session. So yeah, I gotta watch it, man. There's two idiot characters. Well, my characters in the movie are idiot characters as well in Evolution. They're definitely idiots. Um, oh, it's okay. Sounded funny, but is she a woman? Brent, what was her name? Bunny Two Guns. Is she an actual woman? I gotta look that up. The animated show was huge for fans, but they didn't go see the movie as much. It made no sense. Well, if the animated show was huge, you think it would have won a second season, but it didn't. So I don't know. I don't know how huge it was. Mike, I think I answered this question on the Nice Podcast Stupid, but like, what celebrity was the most unfriendliest or meanest? I mean, I had trouble working with David Duchovny, but we were cool in the end. God, I don't look at people that way, really. Oh, I had a problem with Minnie Driver. Yeah, she was kind of unfriendly, and I don't know if she was mean, but she was just, I didn't like working with Minnie Driver. She cost me a bunch of money and a part in a TV series in an action scene. I mean, I could have been an action star. I had an action scene on a show called The Riches that she was starring in. Oh my God. I had an action scene, like a little fight scene. We choreographed it. We did all the, I could have been an action star. But Minnie Driver pulled some bullshit and she left. Then we had a protest for the ride. We had a strike for the writers. 2 days later, when they said they were going to film it a couple days later, they're like, Mike, we couldn't get to it tonight because Minnie left. Minnie Driver left the stage or left the set to go home. So we'll film it in a couple days. We'll bring you back. And then they went on strike, the writers. So then when we came back like a month or two later, they were going to reshoot the scene. But they realized in order to hire me again, it would have been another like $7,000. So they hired another actor and they just put him in the episode. I'm in the episode. I have a couple of lines, but I wanted the fight scene. I wanted to be in the fight scene. So I'm still in the episode. You know, I got paid for it and everything, but they were going to film the fight scene because they hired me for a whole week. So they paid, like, my deductible was like $7,200 for the week for like 5 days. So they couldn't film the fight scene because Minnie left. Then they went on strike. So they need to hire me for another day or two to film it. And I don't do daily rates. I do a 3-day contract. Even if they're hiring me for 1 day, I have to do a 3-day contract because they like to pay the minimum. And the minimum back then, probably per day, was like $800 or $700. So I always have to get a 3-day contract, even if I'm only filming for 1 day. So I always get somewhere around $2,000 or more for 3 days of work. But I might not even be working those 3 days, but I got more money because I'm more accredited actor. So for that show, they hired me for 5 days, but they hired me at a higher rate, like $1,300 or something like that per day for 5 days on that episode. So in order to hire me back to do the fight scene after the strike, they would have had to pay a 3-day contract, and it would have been somewhere around like $2,100 or $2,200, when they can just hire another actor that looks like me, probably an extra, for $300 or $400. So they saved like $1,700 because I wasn't acting. I was just fighting in that scene. You get it? We already filmed my lines and my acting. It was just a fight scene. But I wanted it for my film reel as an actor to show me in a fight. But they replaced me with a stunt person or for cheaper or whatever. So that's what happened. That's what happened. Daniel B. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, man, for the. I appreciate the money. I ain't gonna lie, dude. You know how much money I made on YouTube this month? I don't average a lot, dude. But on this channel, I normally average 300, maybe 350, and I've had 400 a couple of times with donations and everything. But I've had a rough mental month, and a lot of things going on. I haven't made a lot of videos. I made, I think, $135 this month on this channel, even with memberships. And then on my Raider channel, I made like $45 or $50. And normally I make $300 to $500 on both of the channels. But this month, I didn't even clear $200. And I got a $280 electric bill. And oh my God, the last time I got electric bill, it was only $130. Now this month it was double, or then 2 months later it was double, $268. And for somebody that is really struggling with money, those type of fucking bills can kill a person. I don't know how it doubled. I didn't do anything different with my electricity. I didn't do anything different than 2 months ago. I leave it on almost 24/7 all the time. My fan, my air conditioner, I leave it on all the time. And 2 months ago, in the summertime, it was $130, like $4. And now, 2 months later, $268 or something. Come on. That don't make sense. It don't make sense. I did nothing different. It's funny how the world gets hotter outside, so they charge you more because the world gets hotter. Again, if I'm using the air conditioner all the time at a certain level, like 74, yeah, the electricity is being used. So the same amount of electricity for the refrigerator, the TV, everything is all the same. So my bill was $138. And I guarantee you I used the same amount of electricity, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. It doesn't matter. It wasn't that much. But how did it double? So when the world gets hotter and they know it, oh man, it's 100 degrees in LA this month every day. Let's charge him more for electricity, even though he's using technically the same amount. All right. Sorry, let me respect your question, Daniel. Daniel B. with the $5. Freaking love you, brother. Freaking love you. How you doing this late night? What a beautiful puppy. What a beautiful puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. What's your dog's name? Let me know. I read somewhere that you were a contestant on the MTV show Singled Out. Is that true? Yes, I was. I've told this story a few times, but maybe you haven't caught it. I was friends with Jenny McCarthy for many, many years. And I was filming a movie. And one of the actors from the movie that I was filming in, one of the girl actors came on to the set, right? And then her boyfriend was the kid from the TV show that I worked on as well. That's where I met him. Weird Science. I forgot his name. But he worked on Weird Science, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking on everything tonight, and I am hot AF, dude. I'm sweating. Even with the air conditioner on, it doesn't want to work really correctly. Maybe that's what's going on. It's still in my power somehow. But I worked on this movie called Captain Nuke and the Bomber Boys. Then there was this actress girl that came on the set, and she brought her boyfriend at the time. And I worked with her boyfriend on the TV show Weird Science on a couple of episodes. And so I was talking to him that entire time we're on the set of the movie that I was starring in. And then Jenny McCarthy came and visited me on the set of that movie. She was in the neighborhood. She came out and hung with me. I told her where I was. She came out and had lunch with me. And I introduced her Why am I not thinking of his name? I should look it up. It's been so many years. But I introduced him to, the people that were around me. Then they became friends. He became her husband, her first husband. I basically introduced Jenny McCarthy to her first husband that she had kids with before Donnie Wahlberg. But that's insane, right? That I possibly had a hand in introducing her to her first husband on the set of my movie Captain Nuke and the Bomber Boys, the Roger Corman B movie. But so I forget when. It might have been before that movie. It might have been after. But Jenny McCarthy was filming Singled Out. And I know Chris Hardwick a little bit as well. I've had a dinner and hung out with him with Jenny when they started Singled Out. So they were filming in my neighborhood. I don't know if I should say the areas, but there's an area called Sunland, like Sunland Studios and stuff. And they were filming Singled Out. And Jenny called me one day and she said, Mike, hey, I know you live in this area and we're kind of down here. You want to come and have lunch with me? You want to come and, because she's had lunch with me a couple occasions. So I'm like, yeah, why not? It's down the street. So I drove down there. And then now I'm like waiting to get into the studio. And I walked into the wrong direction where the contestants are filling out forms or whatever. Right. And then they're like, hey, here, sign this, to be a contestant. I'm like, no, I'm here to hang out with Jenny. Can you call a PA or something like that? I don't think phones were prevalent at this time, like, public phones or cell phones. So then they got a hold of Jenny or whatever. And then they told me, oh, Michael, come back here. And she said, hey, we're about to film this and that. We filmed 3 episodes today or something like that. Like we filmed 3 episodes in a row. And I was like, yeah, they wanted me to fill out the contestant form. She's like, do it, Mike. Do it. Dude, that'd be so awesome. Do it. They'll have you on here. It'll be a good cameo. I'll let them know that like you're an actor, like you're a famous person. They'll want you. I go, come on, Jenny. She's like, come on, you need a girlfriend. Let's go. Let's do it. I was like, all right, screw it. She goes, she wasn't gonna have lunch for maybe another couple hours or whatever. So I fill it out. Then we end up going to lunch, and they brought me in for the final episode of the day. So I was on Singled Out, and the episodes air sometimes. If any of one of you guys can record it or find it, I don't have it. I don't know how to get it, but I am on an episode of Singled Out. I got really far. I think I got to the final 5 contestants. Then I was asked a question to date the girl or something, and they cut me off, and I flubbered with my words, and then she ended up dropping me. But I think I was in the final 3 or 4. And I'd like to see that episode again. So if anybody knows a way to get a hold of it, yeah, that'd be, I'm burping. That would be an honor and a blessing. I was also on a game show called Funhouse in the late 80s, called Funhouse. And I went on that show as a contestant before Nick Arcade. I did Nick Arcade later in life. But I was also on a TV show called Funhouse as a contestant. Fantastic time. I also did a game show called Dweebs, Geeks, and Weirdos. There was a game show called Dweebs, Geeks, and Weirdos, and I was a contestant. But we did it like in front of an audience, and I don't know if it was ever an episode on TV, but it was filmed to try to become a game show. But I was on that show called Dweebs, Freaks, and Weirdos, and I didn't win any of them. I didn't get to the finale on any of them, but Nick Arcade, I got to the finale with Danny, but we couldn't beat the computer guy, the wizard. Efren Corona. I looked up the characters in the animated series were renamed Deke and Derek. No, that was our character's name. Oh, no, you're right. It was Deke and Danny. That's right. It was Deke and Danny. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'd have to look at the script. I don't even know if I have it anymore. I think I sold it because I needed money. I don't even know if I was Deke or Danny. I think I was Danny. Is that how I'm credited on IMDb? I don't know. I think I'm Danny. But for the life of me, I don't know which one I was, which D I was, Deke or Danny. I think I was Danny though. It's crazy, right? It's crazy to think about. So yeah, they did you dirty. It would have been nice to be in an animated series, especially to express my voice talents, and stuff like that. But I ended up doing, some video games and stuff like that. Um, but I was never really famous in the animated community, and I'd kind of like to be. Maybe now I can go back, talk to some voiceover agents, and try my hand at it again. But again, they did tell me that I was like a one-trick pony because of my lisp, because I don't really do a lot of characters and stuff. But still, I might try it again, and I might try stand-up comedy, dude. If these pills and my heart condition gets better in the next year or so, and I'm feeling more energy, and I think I'm gonna be gifted a car. I don't know why I'm saying this out, but I think somebody's gonna possibly hook me up with a working vehicle in the next couple months. And if that's really true, what a blessing. But besides the laptop that I was gifted, everything from you guys, I think there might be a possibility where I'm going to get a car again, and that'll save my life. And if I'm able to get healthy a little bit again, and if I have a working vehicle, I think I might start to try to see if I can do stand-up. Go out there, tell some stories, do some jokes. Try to have a second career somehow. And I think I'm going to try to go back to animation. I don't know if any agent will take me. I don't know yet. It's been a long time since I've really... You have to delve into that world 100%. And I haven't had the energy or the time to really do it. You got to go back to acting classes. You got to, travel to the comedy clubs during the day. You got to print pictures, take photo shoots. You got to be in 100%, man, to even make a comeback. But I will have a leg up on other people because of my resume and my credits. So I will have a leg up, and I can probably sign with multiple agents or managers. I had a manager a couple years ago. I'm getting scared of these people. Man, fuck these handlers. But I have a leg up on a lot of people. So if I decide to go in, I have to be at least 75% in. And I'll work. I'll have a few jobs. I'll have some auditions. I don't know if I'll be rich again. I don't know if I'll be famous ever, truly. I don't know. But I'll work again. No doubt in my mind. But I got to be all in. I got to be all in. I need a car. I need some money. I need some health. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got a lot of people online. Wow, we got the midnight people coming in. We got 38 people coming in here. That's right. Let's make it over 40. Let's make it over 40. Share the link. Share the link. Let's get into some crazy stuff. Let's do it. It's late at night. It's midnight. This is Midnight Mikey. Fuck it. We'll go live. I'm the master of beef. And I don't mean drama. I mean the master of beef. I haven't eaten beef for 2 weeks. Haven't eaten beef for 2 weeks. Eating chicken. Have I had pork? No. Turkey, chicken, fish. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. I had pizza at my draft barbecue the other day, and they had chicken wings, and I ate a couple of those. They had pizza. Oh, that's right. It had a pepperoni and a sausage, and I had one slice of that. So I did have beef. But I'm the master of beef. What's going on? What's up, Creepy Toy Box? That's a cool name. What's up, Gordy Belcher? What's up, Gordy Belcher? That's a smart and trippy thought. Sorry, I'm catching up on your guys' comments. Boy, my nose is itching. I mean, somebody's talking about me. Nice mansion you got there. I know, right? Ugh, why am I burping? Got my frozen water bottle that is melting in the heat. According to online, Bunny Two Guns could refer to the game Two Guns, starring Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. I don't know, never saw or heard of that movie. Living in a van with your best friend. I like that name though. I live in a van down by the river. I lost my job about a month ago. I'm sorry, man. I don't even have a job. This is my job. It's not a good job. Man, I live off your donations, your support, your love, whatever entertainment I give you guys, whatever residuals I can get, whatever merchandise I can sell, whatever autographs I can sell. I lost my job about a month ago. At least I live in a van. I don't have to pay rent. Yeah, a lot of people choose to live like that nowadays. And this world is making everything closed in. I mean, if you can handle it, that's a good life. It's a really good life. But the problem is, like, where do you park? Do they wake you up? You can't park here. You can't sleep here. You can't do this here. And you know, when you need to take a shower and stuff like that, like, you probably have to pay for gym memberships. But it's a nomad life. I don't think I'm prepared for it. I hope that'll never happen to me. But with the way this world is in the economy and how much money I do not make, man, I might have to live in my car. That might be my future. I hope not. I pray not. But there was a couple of actors or musicians that were living in their car. I think one of the singers from that musical group, um, you're never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never woo woo woo, never gonna. I forgot the name of that group, but I think one of the girls she was performing, she had albums, and they were doing all this, and she was still living in her car. Whatever that group was, is it Expose? It might be Expose, but there was a musician that was living in her car. I posted a pretty funny video about my parents wearing and making a traumatic experience for me as a kid. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. Send me the link or something on DM or email or social media. Mikey, is it okay to ask what was your thoughts on the Evolution movie story? Did you enjoy the movie, the aliens, and the jokes? I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Did I enjoy the movie? Yeah, I did. I really had a good time. I laughed a lot. There was a lot of jokes and stuff that we filmed that I wish would have made it into the film. I just thought it would have been hilarious, but it didn't. It ended on Ivan Reitman's cutting room floor, rest in peace. But there was some good stuff in there. But there was a lot of flaws in terms of the science fiction and flubs in the movie. Like when Orlando Jones's character sticks the fire hose into the alien's rectum to spread all the selenium into the alien. You look at the fire hose and it's flat. And it's flat. And if there's liquid going through it, the line would be charged. We had professional firefighters and all that on the set. And I had to tell them when they were filming it, we were filming at an airport, like hangar studio, like a big ass airport hangar studio. We had the big alien there, the fire truck in the middle. And I was told them, I go, there's no like liquid, or it should be like round. The hose should be round, like liquids being charged from the fire truck. And I told them, and I'm like, the line's not being charged. The line's not being charged. And then I let it go, let it go, let it go. So it ended up becoming a film flub for me from that movie. Yeah, I enjoyed the aliens and the jokes and all that other stuff completely to my heart's content. I really, really enjoyed it. Um, I might have some on the set photographs if you guys want to look at some on the set photographs of Evolution. Somebody super chat me. Let me know if you want to see Evolution photographs. I'm gonna make a video about Dark Angel probably Friday, and I'm gonna show some exclusive set photos from Dark Angel because I've been going through my photos and finding some like on the set photos of a lot of different things, and been trying to scan them and put them on my files and stuff like that because I need money. I'm selling. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired all of a sudden. I'm selling 150 plus behind the scenes photographs of Salute Your Shorts, and I'm selling 150 plus behind the scene photographs from Salute Your Shorts, and I'm also going to include 8x10s autographed. I'll even include the digital copies of the photos for you to own. And I'll probably put the episodes on a DVD or something like that, the VHS, whatever episodes that I have. And I'm going to make a big package. I tried to sell it in a video maybe a month ago, but I wasn't getting any good offers that I thought was worthy of it. So if any of you guys got an offer for 150 plus behind the scenes, Salute Your Shorts on the set, cast photos of all of us, the cast, the crew. I got more than 150 photographs from different episodes, from everything on the set that I'm selling in a package with the digital copies on a DVD, the episodes, some 8x10s autographed of the cast by me in one giant Salute Your Shorts ultimate package. I might even include a $50 gift certificate to my merchandise store that will buy you like a couple of t-shirts and a hat or whatever from my merchandise store. So put in your offers now, but I will make a post about it next week officially with pictures and stuff like that on my Facebook and or my Twitter, and I'll also make a video as well. So get in on it, guys, early if you want it. If you're interested, get in on it now. Send me some offers. It has to be over $500 though, the offers. Because all the stuff I'm giving you from my personal collection, over 150 photos, like, oh my God. Again, I have to get more than $500. So hit me up, let me know, and you'll get all that stuff. But I'll make a video at another time and a post. But if you can get on it in on it early, you guys are the lucky ones. Any conventions for 2026? No. But 2026. Yes. Yes. Now I'm on medications. I'm dealing with my heart. I might have a vehicle. I might have the better health. I'm definitely going to go to some conventions. I'm definitely going to do that. I want to do at least 5 a year. Because if I can make $3,000 to $5,000 every convention, because I have a guarantee. My guarantee is $2,500. I might do it for $2,000. But my guarantee is like $2,500. And if I can do 5, that would equate to what? Like $12,000. And it sounds really stupid. I live off of 20 grand or less every year. I don't know how. I'm blessed. I'm saved by you all. I live for 20 grand or less yearly. That's why I'm on all the, the social services as well, because I don't make anything. So think about it. If I could make like $2,500 each convention with the guarantee for 5 of them, that would be $12,500. That's pretty much paying my rent for the entire year. Then the extra money I make from merchandise or residuals or on YouTube or whatever, then that would, make up the other amount of my money. So like, and that's a sweet job to have. Even only making 2,500, that's a sweet job to have. Um, but again, how many conventions really want me? There's a little bit of trouble there. How many conventions will give me the 2,000 to 2,500 to $3,000 guarantee that I ask for? You know, that's what really happens. Because they got to pay for travel as well. They got to pay per diem and all that other stuff. But on the last convention or the Timeline Arcade I did with other Nickelodeon actors last year at this time, I made, well, I lost money because the agent, my first agent, scammed everybody, scammed me for some money. But in general, I technically made like close to $6,000 in one day, 8 hours of work. But I actually went home with less because I got scammed by her for some money. Then I spent money on the Raiders game because the Raiders played the Ravens. So I went to Baltimore with a friend of mine, and I paid for everything for him, and I had to pay for a hotel for a couple of days because I wasn't able to stay at his house. So when I actually got home, after technically making $6,000, I got scammed for close to $2,000. So I had like $4,000, and I spent like $1,000 there, maybe 1,100, 200 there on hotels and the Raider game and whatever. I came home with like 3,200, 3,300 or something like that. And, that paid my bills for at least 2 months and stuff. So that was one convention. Oh my God. All I have to do is 4 or 5 of those a year. And if I made 6,000 every convention, that's what, 6, 12, 18, 24, $30,000. Oh my gosh. But even if I made 3,000 or 2,500 to 4, certain conventions or not, what a miracle. And they tell you that conventions out of town are much better than local conventions. Because I did do a local convention called LA Comic Con, but it was called Stanley Kamikaze. I did it 1 year with the Salute Your Shorts cast, and we made a little bit of money there individually. But then they invited me back the next year to be a single guest. Then I printed merchandise and all that. I spent like $1,000 printing photographs, T-shirts, whatever else I could sell, trading cards of the like. I had to pay artists and stuff like that. I spent like $1,100 on all that stuff. And then I only sold in 2 days at the LA convention because there was more famous people than me. And a lot of people, they were just like, who? Who are you? Like, you're not famous enough for the other people. Plus, all of my movies and TV shows were not really, really huge. You get it? They were not really, really huge. And I wasn't the main star of the big ones like Wonder Years or this or that. So, and my movies, some of them tanked, kind of. So I'm like a C-list or a D-list celebrity at the convention. And more people were there to see the Sharknado fucking actors, the Sharknado actors than me. Like, I had a Sharknado actor next to me. I didn't know who the hell he was. And I looked him up on the phone and stuff, and he only did like a couple of little TV parts. Then he was in Sharknado. But he had a line. Bam! And I'm sitting there going, hey, hey, hey. So at the end of that convention, after 2 days of like 6 to 7 hours sitting there, I made probably 500. And I paid somebody to work for me. I paid somebody to take the money for me because I didn't want to do that myself. So I lost money on that convention, definitely. And it didn't feel good. I didn't feel needed or wanted, but a lot of people showed up and supported. I ended up giving out free T-shirts. I was just like, screw it, I love you. I ended up giving free autographs to the little kids, little trading cards, because I respect people as much as I can. And even if the kid didn't know who I was or his parent didn't know, they're going to go home and they're going to look me up on the internet. Then they might watch some of my TV shows or whatever. So that's what I did. But I lost money. But I sold all the other stuff on eBay or through merchandise, later after the fact. So I got my money back and then some for the autograph photos and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't a good feeling. So people told me that if you do a convention out of state, and also if you have other actors like in a reunion fashion or stuff like that, that you could play off of each other. So I did it. I did the first one in Pennsylvania last year at this time. And again, made a good amount of money. Made a good amount of money. One of my other actor friends or co-stars of my show said, "Oh, I made like $10,000." I was like, "Yeah, bullshit." I was front in line. I had a huge ass line. That thing was non-stop, dude. Bam, bam, hour after hour. Hey, can we get a photo? So he might have made $10,000. I really wasn't watching him the whole event, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if he did, but he probably owes me some money too, man. The more that I think about it, because they were wanting photos, like they were paying for selfies, like $40, $50 for a selfie, right? And then they were purchasing it from him, and then he was walking over to me. "Michael, they want a cast photo with me and you, you know? So I think they were paying him, and then I don't think he cut me off with any of the money. I didn't do that for him. I didn't get anybody to tell me to take a photo with him because I don't think a lot of people knew he was there because I was in the front of the line. And they were kind of talking to me. "Oh my God, Salute Your Shorts. I didn't know you were in that movie." They saw all my photos. I not only had Salute Your Shorts photos, I had photos from a lot of my projects. And they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that was you. You were on Friends." And they're like, "I thought you were just from Salute Your Shorts." And they're like, "My God, like you're the man." Made me feel real good. But they were taking, selfies with me or buying autographs and stuff like that. And then I think when they saw my co-star, they realized, "Oh my God, I can get a picture with both of them. So Danny, can I get a picture with both you and Michael?" And then they probably exchanged money or whatever. Then he brought me over and we took pictures. But I never got, they should have had a photo booth set up like for later in the day, but they didn't do it that way with that convention, that arcade. And then my agent, I didn't have Cash App. I didn't have PayPal. I didn't have Venmo. No, I think I had Venmo at the time, but I didn't have the graphics queued up where they can scan it and send me money for my autographs. So my agent was telling them, "Oh, pay me. Here's my link to my Cash App and I'll give Michael the money. Oh, Michael, they bought an autograph. Michael, they bought a photo. They bought a this." And she was getting the money sent to her Cash App, on my behalf. And then at the end of the day, when we clocked out and they counted, she counts the money, they did what they did, then she just left. And then I remembered, I'm like, "Hey, what about the Venmo or Cash App money or whatever for the photos?" "Oh, I'll hit you up tomorrow. I'll hit you up tomorrow. I'll hit you up tomorrow. I'll send the money tomorrow. I got to go home right now." Like she was rushing to get home. Took all that money from me. And then on top of that, I paid her like 15% or 10%. It was 10%. It was 10% at the end of the actual cash that I gave. I gave her 10%. Then I had Venmo. I looked up my Venmo for whatever purchases, and then I added it up, and then I gave her 10% from my Venmo. But she never gave me all of my money from Cash App or PayPal with the links that she had. She had Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, and she had all those links. I only had Venmo. Some people wanted to do Zelle, PayPal, whatever. So she got all that money. She got close to $2,000 from me. Stole it from me. Then she ran the Nickelodeon convention. Like she was trying to be one of the people that ran the Nickelodeon convention called SplatCon. Then she defrauded everybody. Then they rug pulled 24 hours before the convention in LA. And I introduced her to so many fucking Nickelodeon actors. And I said, hey, she's running. She was now my agent, my convention agent, right? I never met her before. I took her off of the word of another actor. Oh, Michael, she's an agent. She has the Power Rangers and some other people and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And she's running a Nickelodeon convention. All right, let's do this. And then I met her in Pennsylvania at the arcade. And it was shady from the get-go. She didn't have a banner for me. She's my agent. She didn't have a banner. She didn't have nothing. She had nothing prepared. She's supposed to print 8x10s for me as well as my agent to make money. Nothing prepared. It was a shit show. Then she rug pulled after I introduced her to Nickelodeon actors to be a part of SplatCon. Her and her company rug pulled it. Cost everybody money. A lot of money. Not only did she steal thousands of dollars from me, she rug pulled the convention that hurt friendships with people that I introduced her to. That was my foray into having a convention agent. That was my first convention agent. Yeah, what a shit show, right? You think I want to have a convention agent right now? I'm scared shitless. All right, that's enough for that. Boy, I've been talking for 20 hours about that shit. Forgive me, guys. Yeah, the twin cheerleaders from Funhouse. Where did I read that? I read that somewhere. Yeah, the two little blonde girls. I love them. I loved hanging out with them. I freaking loved hanging out with them. Mike, you're huge in Japan. God, my nose. Mike, I have a good feeling thing you are going to get better for you, buddy. I don't worry about your friend. I'm a draw Mikey. Let's raid. Fantasy football shirt design and Midnight Michael shirt design. Stay tuned. Dana's amazing. You're local, aren't you, Dana? I think you said you were local to the LA community. I think you said that. Oh, Sarah's online. Hi, Sarah. Hey, yo. Sarah's online. I'm sorry. Some of my amazing friends and people are online, and I've been talking too much. I missed everybody. Apparently, Monica's online, too. She asked about the Red Dead Redemption. Let me see if I can find Monica's comment. Because I love you guys all. You guys are all my people. All right. What character was I in Red Dead Redemption? I think it was Red Dead Redemption 2. But I can't explain it, Monica. I met video game voiceover people at a convention called E3. It's like a video game convention. And they met me as an actor, and they recognized me. And some of these people... A lot of the people that works on the video games are at the convention. They're at the convention. And so what happened is I met a bunch of people and they're, oh, I'm a big fan. I'm working at this company. I work for that company. I work for this company. I work for that company. And, oh, would you be a character? Would you do voices in our game or something like that? I'm like, yeah. So I got with an agent there. There was like a voiceover agent person for video games there. And they brought me on. They're like, right away, let's bring you on. And they knew people in the video gaming industry. So then all of a sudden, like within the first week around that time, like I started doing all these video games. Before all of these other games, I had one credit for a game called Bully that I did with my other voiceover agent. So long story short, they brought me in for all these games around that time. I technically, not on all of them, I didn't know the names. I went in for, they're called day sessions. I've explained this so many times. I just feel like I'm saying it over and over and over because I've said it in multiple videos. But they hire me as a voice actor. They're called day sessions. They give you a certain rate. There's no character. That's how I was hired. Maybe Danny Tamborelli and the other actors that were in Grand Theft Auto as well, they had characters. But I went in with not knowing anything. because normally you have to audition. If you're going to play a character that's defined in the game, you have to audition. I was brought in for daily sessions. So they give me whatever characters they want, and I read from a script and I do voiceover. So a character might say Dave, and he's a truck driver or this or that, and I say whatever the lines are. Then while they're watching me, maybe they put me as a character, or maybe they used the voiceovers that I did, and I don't know what happens from there. You get it? I don't know if I was used in the games. I don't know anything. I went into multiple day sessions getting paid a certain amount for Star Wars, for Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto Vice Cities, or whatever it was called. And there was a couple other ones. I don't know if I'm in the game. I don't know where I'm in the game. I don't know what's listed, what's credited. I've never played the games to that point to find out if it's me. I do not remember because I read multiple scripts. They had me for like 8 hours every day, on each of these games. And I also did like noises, woo, cheering, yelling, stuff like that, like crowd work, they call it. So I did a lot, because they're going to milk the money. So I might have been used as a character or a line here or there, or somebody in a crowd at a protest, or yelling, or, hey, come back here. I do remember saying things like that. And in the Star Wars universe, I do remember reading a character that was like a Jedi. I'm a Jedi from the Southern Realm. But I never played the game. I don't know what characters I'm in. If I'm in any, I'm probably in the game somewhere. I think I was credited on IMDb with some of these games. So that's my voiceover history with video games. I don't know what I am, who I am, how I am. I just got paid like $1,000 for a daily session. And they're going to get their money's worth. They're going to get their money's worth. You get it? They pay actors like that. So they have me do crowd work, multiple characters and all that. And at the end of the day, I don't know where I am. So y'all let me know. Play the games. I haven't played them. I'm not a gamer. Not really a gamer. I hope that answers your question, Monica, my friend to the end, my botanist specialist. Is that what it's called when you take care of plants and trees? Botany? Is that botanist? I don't know. And then Sarah's online. My beautiful, beautiful friends are supporting me, saying hello. I love you all. I know I haven't talked to all of you guys lately. We got Chad Abuzamak. Loving the new Pat Bauer. Yeah, can you believe it? I'm moving up in the world. Moving on up to the east side. I finally got a piece of the Dabbleverse pie. Yeah, right. Good on you guys. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I hope you all are doing well and blessed. No health issues. Whatever. But I honestly wish you all the best. Away from the drama of the verse. Yeah. All right, now we're going into territory that I don't even know about, but I've never met Stuttering John. I do know he's from the Howard Stern show. And does he do conventions? I did not know that. I did not know that. Well, if he's doing conventions, making a few bucks, maybe I should. Maybe I should. All right, Larry. That's right. Describe a cart. God, I can't even speak. I'm getting a little bit tired, guys. I'm only going to be on another 15. I am dead. Describe a cartoon character you'd want to play as. Can it be a retro cartoon? Well, my voice, I always have suffering succotash. Because I have the lisp. I forget what character that was. But man, a cartoon character I would have loved to have played. That's a good question. I would like to play one of the G.I. Joes. I ain't gonna lie, that'd be kind of cool. to be a G.I. Joe character. All right, that would be one of them. Man, I'd like to be a Transformer. The more that I think about it, fuck it, I'll be a GoBot. I'll be a cheap Transformer. I'll be a GoBot. I'll be a GoBot. Yeah, let's come up with a character for a GoBot. You guys come up with a character name for a GoBot, and I'll try to come up with the voice. Come on, do that. Do that. Let me know. Come up with a character, because I'd like to come up with the voice with the character name. So come up with a GoBot character name or a G.I. Joe character name. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, King Louie. I had a voiceover agent, but there were some complications where it was a struggle to get me work, because I'm like a one-trick pony with a lisp. And it was just struggle. So I need to get a smaller voiceover agent, and I'm sure I'll get more work. Sylvester the Cat. Yeah, that was his name. Suffering Succotash or whatever. I am. God, is it because I'm live streaming and I'm talking a lot? But like my blood pressure feels like I'm sweating. Oh, damn, I forgot to take my meds again. I got to take them as soon as I get off, which will be in like 10 minutes. Do we come up with a character? Oh, there we go. Harry Hardknock, G.I. Joe character, former football player turned soldier. I like it. Dana, you are talented. You're talented in so many ways. All right, Harry Hardknock, G.I. Joe character, Harry Hardknock. He's a football player turned soldier. Play football. That's right. Living the hard knock life. That's right. I might be hairy, but I'm not hairy when it comes to war. I'm not in a hairy situation. I'm G.I. Joe, and knowing is half the battle. I don't know. How was that for a first attempt? Harry Hardknock. Yeah. Football's life. Knowing is half the battle. Harry Hardknock. I live the hard knock life. Come on, I'll show you some love, but you gotta earn it. You gotta earn some love. Harry Hardknock. Finding out and knowing is half the battle. I don't know. Did I have a list there? I probably did. I can't get rid of it no matter what I do. Cobra! Harry Hardknock. That's a good name. Triple H. Happy Harry Hardknock. I should name my penis Happy Harry Hardknock. I'm sorry. That sounded funny to me. Happy Harry Hardknock. What's up, Winger fan? I'm so scared, I think I just shot myself. Come on, I'm a happy Harry Hardknock. I'm not a mean guy. I'm just an intense guy. But I love you. And knowing is half the battle. Yeah. Yeah. Sure like them French fried taters. Should have cut them with a sling blade. I cut them with a sling blade. Cut them with a Kaiser blade instead. I cut them with a sling blade. Yeah, I sure like them French fried taters. You're pretty good. Pretty good impression. What other impressions do I do? I haven't thought about this in a while. I do a lot of impressions of actors doing impressions. So I got like Christopher Walken from Saturday Night Live. Man, guys, what are you doing? Come on, it's like the Continental. We got a big show here. You need more cowbell. Come on, you gotta have more cowbell. Christopher Walken. Walken here. Let's go. It's a great day. You know it. I love you. Come on. I'm the villain in every movie. I shouldn't be. I'm Christopher Walken. That's one that I fool around with. Another line Harry says, it's another score against the bad guys. G.I. Joe! MichaelRayBower doing walking in a John Wick video game. John, Mr. Wick, you're wanted. They're out to get you. The Sentinel, the hotel. You're a dead man, John. Join me, John. Join me. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I'm happy and I'm hairy and I know it. Clap your hands. If you're happy and you're hairy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you're hairy and you really want to scary and you're happy and you're hairy, clap your hands. Woo! All right, guys. I must confess that today I had a moment of weakness at the grocery store. I left with 2 cream-filled donuts. Handle it. Ain't nobody watching. Nobody would have known if you didn't tell them. Nobody was going to know. Nobody was going to know until you told them, Winger. But hey, good on you for speaking your truth. Cream-filled donuts are bomb, dog. Bomb. It's bomb. Hey, man, can't get out of that stuff. That's sugary goodness right there. Sugary goodness. Sugary goodness, brother. 2 cream-filled donuts. That's right. Got to get a glass of milk, baby. Cream-filled are the best. There you go. Sarah's in it. Cream-filled are the best. Shall I fill it with my cream? What type of cream, though, is the best flavor? They have like vanilla cream. I think they have a banana cream. They have a chocolate cream. Some lovingly stuff, dude. Harry's against Manscaped. All right, everybody. Sarah, I might hit you up after. I don't know, but let me lie down. But I'm going to maybe make a bowl of soup or something. And I'm going to lie down. Bavarian cream is bomb, dude. But I'm out of here. I'm done for today's show. It's been 2 hours. Thank you guys for joining me on this really crappy live impromptu stream. Krispy Kreme has ice cream. Oh, my gosh. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls, Sarah. Sarah Smalls. But I'm ending the live stream. I'm getting out of here. I need to go turn on the air conditioner better. I got to take my pills. Why am I burping? I'm not drinking anything but water. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for hanging out. Hit that subscribe, the like button, and I'll see you when I see you. Maybe I'll live stream on Friday, guys. Come back on Friday. Oh, no, there's football on Friday. Saturday. Come back Saturday. I'll live stream. I'll do something Saturday, I promise. Love you guys. Now let's watch my AI music while we get out of here and let's all dance. Wait, how do I do that?